Okay, due to popular demand for my quick and dirty beginners-ish guide and thought process practical guide to the support heroes I play, Kiriko is next on the list. Kiriko, I'm not going to go through every single one of her abilities, but we're going to talk about her perks because I think that's what people like to ask the most. I would only right now take Urgent Care if I have a very active brawler like Mauga, for example, but other than that, I'm taking Fortune Teller as my minor perk most of the time because I am firing a lot of kunais weaved in between my healing Ofuda, and getting extra papers to come out is quite nice. Also, the demand for the projectile speed kind of went down for me personally because they buffed Ofuda speed from 18 meters per second to 24 meters per second 2 weeks ago for season 1. So I got buffed in that capacity where I felt like I didn't really need the paper speed much anymore. It's actually pretty fast already now thanks to that recent buff. Like that's fast enough for the most part, especially if I play this far away. If I'm playing here, Urgent Care would only work very quickly for that small brief moment of time. To be fair, I haven't tested it much. I just think on paper, I felt like I got more value on Fortune Teller. Maybe those who enjoy Urgent Care can still try it. I don't think this actually makes too big of a difference regardless of which one you take. And then for the major perk, I personally take Foxtrot. If I Suzu somebody and save them, giving them 4 seconds of movement speed allows them to engage and disengage and move forward with it. So I like this one the most. I haven't really tried Ready Step. I think I tried it earlier and I just don't like it because I usually use Ready Step selectively. If I TP to somebody, it's either usually to escape or to save them. And the attack speed and reload speed may not be as necessary in that exact moment. But Suzu seems, for me, I enjoy the movement speed a lot more because it works for me as well. So I like Fortune Teller plus Foxtrot, but I think her perks are actually not even quite as game-changing as some of the other heroes. But that being said, only thing that really changed with Kiriko this season, other than that, is like her cleanse now doesn't work on Swift Step. So if your status effect, so on the bottom left of your HP bar, you can see I have 225 out of 225 HP. There's a little plus sign right there, right? We can zoom in there. Remember, there's a global healing reduction now, so you can show status effects here. You see that little purple diamond, the purple down arrow triangle on the bottom left of my HP bar? That means I have 30% less healing for a bit, or receive 30% less healing. Now it's gone. That'll indicate whether you're antied or have like any sort of status effect. So when you TP with Swift Step, it doesn't cleanse that anymore. That was the big change this season. But yeah, Kiriko, other than that, is still pretty much the same hero. Still very powerful and high elo because she's very safe. Teleport, Suzu is good, and her ultimate is such a good proactive ultimate that just has so many benefits. Look at that. Movement speed, attack speed, cooldown reduction, reload speed. It's 8 seconds. It covers a long area. One of the big reasons why she's played because of her strong proactive ultimate along with her safe nature. So she's like perma-picked in high ranks. Now, one thing that people like to dial in on lately, myself included, is her awful win rate when you look at the actual statistics on the official Overwatch website. She has a very low win rate, especially in metal ranks. To me, I think that's mostly because A, she's not played to her maximum potential in a ranked environment, competitive environment, in which a lot of people in your average ranks just kind of only heal bot. And if you're just going to throw papers at your teammate without really like getting aggressive with the safetyness of her, being able to take any angle and control any space and then TP out when you're in danger. If you don't do that, you might as well just play another support. Also, she's a fallback crutch hero for a lot of people. So there's 3 heroes that are fallbacks in my opinion. If you're a tank player and you feel like the game is like tough, a lot of people just default to Orisa, and that drags her win rate down. Orisa's win rate is terrible. Cassidy and Sojourn are the same thing. Oh, I'm trying to like force Sombra or Sim. It's not working. Guess I'll go Cass because we quote unquote need a hit scan. Or I guess I'll go Soj because everyone says she's OP. And that honestly bogs their win rates down really badly. And then same with supports. Oh, I'm screwed here. I'll just play the safe hero, Kiriko, because that's what everybody says. So these 4 heroes traditionally have a pretty bad win rate for most average ranks. I don't think it's indicative of actually how good they are, but I just thought I'd add that context. So let's talk about some like pretty basic Kiriko mechanics. I think right now it's changed a bit because of the recovery time on the papers and stuff. Other than, you know, utilizing your angles and stuff in an actual game situation, small micro mechanics to really add to your arsenal on Kiriko is being okay with throwing your papers, emptying out the 5 papers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then doing 2 kunais. 5 papers, 2 kunais. And what did we learn? Doesn't have to be all 5 papers, but the idea is that you can always weave 2 kunais in before you automatically reload, and it doesn't kill any of the downtime. These are some very basic Kiriko mechanics that you probably should learn if you have any plans on bringing her beyond like Diamond. 1, 2. Do you see all my papers come back? 1, 2. All my papers come back. 1, 2. It can be a little tough to do, so you can do this in baby steps. You can do 1 kunai, better than 0. Like if you just sit here and there's enemies in front of you, like you're kind of just losing so much value, potential value she has. Doing this into 1, 2, or just even doing 1 is already better than nothing. And then when you combine that with Fortune Teller, That's so much better because hitting a kunai launches 2 Ofudas, extra Ofudas. So if you have that miner perk, boom, 5 papers, 1, 2, then you just fired 2 extra papers for free. Here, let me actually take it right now. Bam, boom, boom. Do you see those papers that just flew out? It picks the lowest target near you too, right? See that? 2 papers. So let's say I'm pocketing this guy. Bam, 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 bam. Papers, papers. Oh, and a setting that you guys mentioned I forgot to do. Yeah, so one setting I personally like on Kiriko, excuse me, is if you go to the controls, click Kiriko, and then you go to hero and HUD. My sensitivity is at 100 for all of them, but I've automatically climbed walls off, recover forward throttle to initiate wall climbing off. This one, healing Ofuda cancels reload. I turn this one off. And sorry, this one, toggle healing Ofuda is off. So if this one is on, basically when you press it once and I let hands off the keyboard, it empties all of them, which I don't personally like. If I don't need to heal them to full, I would like to just throw my kunais right away. But unfortunately, if you have this on and like you want to interrupt the heal and throw a kunai, there's a slight delay.
Like a gentle rain.
So I'm gonna press the heal and I'm gonna try to shoot my kunai. It's a minor thing. It's like a small stutter, but like if you want the hero to feel a bit smoother, I personally turn this part off. Healing Ofuda cancels reload is on by default. The worst is like if you're trying to reload and then you try to use your healing Ofuda, it can be nice to like instantly be able to heal someone. But like I find it's a little bit clunky. I've accidentally like tried to reload my kunai and then I see somebody and instinctively I want to heal them and then it just comes out early and I do heal them. Then I'm like, shit, I got no more kunais. I take the time to make sure the reload fully comes out before if I'm actively choosing to reload, I better be sure that's the right choice. So like I make sure I have it off, excuse me. So yeah, one more small little mechanical tip for Kiriko. I put the swift set, I don't know what the default is here. It's 50. So I have it at 100. And the reason why is because I find it's pretty easy to just pick the target you want. But one thing to do when you take aggressive angles and you're in trouble and you just need to get out, if you have the sensitivity at 100, you can just pre-hold the teleport button. So I'm holding shift on keyboard right now. I don't know what it is on consoles, but you can pre-hold it and I'm fighting someone, I'm in danger. I pre-holding the button. All I do is flick my camera or my crosshair. And because the sensitivity is so high, it will pick the first target your camera is close to. It can be good in a pinch. It can confuse you sometimes too, but if you're literally going to die anyways, any TP is better than not and you're scrapped for time. Pre-hold the button and I just do this. I'm just out. So like, here, let me try it again. That one was a bit, I wiggled it a bit because like sometimes if I don't know where my teammates are, someone's here, but I know this guy's here. So I'm just gonna shoot. I'm in danger, just completely flick. And I'm already pre-teleporting. Could save you here and there. So yes, just know that you can pre-hold the teleport button instead of turning, looking for a target and then pressing it. It's a little bit slower, especially when, you know, milliseconds matter. So holding it. Look at that. You can do it with a lot of heroes like Tracer, Recall, and stuff like that, but small little micro tips there. Now let's try to walk you through a game where you don't want to just heal bot and you want to be very aggressive with your kunai. That's the strength of the hero. You don't have to like always permanently flank. I'm not trying to encourage you to do that. Depending on the comp you're playing too, you might want to just heal for a hot minute because you almost have your Kitsune rush. It's important to build that ultimate. Your highest priority as Kiriko is as follows, in my opinion, in ranked. If in the neutral, if you can and are able to, no one's taking damage. If you are able to take an angle that nobody else otherwise can, assassinate someone with your kunais, you should try to do that and make sure someone's available to TP out. A, it adds pressure to the enemy. B, potential pick for your team to just win right away. And C, like it forces enemies to like make uncomfortable choices. Like they'll have to like use a cooldown or they have to deal with you because your presence is always there. If not, like let's say you're close to Kitsune Rush, your next priority is to just build your ult because your ult is like a big win condition. It's such a good team fighting ultimate. So you can just sit there and just pocket the tank, especially if you're close to your ult. You don't have to go for like the high risk kill. Especially if they're starting to like, your team is starting to brawl and like look for mistakes and stuff. You just sit there and just look for the heals and get your ultimate. 3, make sure you always weave in your mechanics well. And your priority then is to just check their cooldown, see if you have anything important to Suzu. That's something important to check. If they have a Junker Queen, you have to be very cognizant of using your Suzu too early, too late. Because that Queen is going to be waiting for you to hit that button. They see the Suzu, then they go for the Queen ult. A big common call out once you into high elos with Junker Queens. I play with one and we always call out when they're Kiriko Suzu. You ping it, you say it. Okay, let's talk about, I guess, team comps. Which supports do Kiriko work best with? And the honest answer is literally everybody. So this is your generalist support. you don't know what to play, this hero literally works with everybody because she is so incredibly versatile. It's literally like, I don't know what to play. She will never be a bad choice. I would say her best pairing is Lucio. You can see it in Overwatch League as well because you have a big support ultimate with the Lucio beat defensive ult, and then you get the offensive capabilities of Kitsune Rush plus some pseudo and without ultimates, then you get the power of Suzu as well. Good offensive pressure, range pressure, which tanks, same idea. She literally works with any tank and against any tank because she's so safe. Best pairing though with Kitsune Rush, I like it personally with Winston is a good one, or any sort of brawl is pretty good too because you can make use of the speed punch like Ramatra, Rhine, all that kind of stuff. Queen as well, they can all make use of it. Literally anybody can make use of it. Arguably, maybe Ball doesn't use the Kitsune Rush very well, but because she's mobile, she can keep up with Ball and help him when needed, and then she can go do her own thing because Ball is making a lot of space. Literally, this hero just fits everywhere. Do you swap M1 and M2? I personally don't, but it is a possibility. Some people like the heal on the right click and the kunai on the left. I think mine is default. Can you explain the take angles concept further? In low ranks, it's hard to grasp. The idea of taking angles is don't just lock yourself in behind the tank and holding your heals. But if they are playing a front to back comp, you don't necessarily have to take angles. A front to back comp being someone like Sigma on both teams and they play long range stuff and the map is very narrow, it's very hard to take an angle and then you have to play behind the shield. And fine, you play behind your tank, but weave in your kunais as much as you can. But taking angles on any other comp, let's say you're playing something more dynamic on a more open map like Winston and they're playing, I don't know, Diva, and the fights are like scraps are happening everywhere. You don't have to just follow the tank. You kind of just take an angle to see if you can like catch an enemy where they're looking here and manipulate their vision where you're over here. You just throw kunais till they're responding to you, and then when you're in danger, you disappear and you get out. You're the tracer of supports. Honestly, this is probably bad if they end up playing Sigma. This is one of the maps where I can't really take crazy angles because this is a very narrow map. Traditionally, a lot of people play Sigma here and they play very slow BAP Zen poke because it's very narrow. What angles can you realistically take? I mean, here for a bit, then TP out, sure. I'm gonna be very cheeky and check what they have and look for an angle like this and see what they're running.
Enemy here.
Okay, they're running Diva, so it's not like a sniper. Emre's looking for stuff here, so like, see how I'm not playing just behind my... Oh. In a real game, you don't yap as much as me and you're not distracted, where you can literally hear them walking up to you. It's gonna be kind of hard to shoot the cat, but like there's no one else to shoot right now, so you might as well try to deter them a little bit. Chillin'. My Ana can shoot this person, so I'm not gonna try to like... If he was tucking a little further, I would be a little bit more cognizant to... Or not over peeking to heal him. Okay, my teammate's already dead. I have to Suzu him. This is tough. I actually don't think I've ever seen a hazard mirror on this map, especially in quick play. What is going on here? So right now, not much happening besides just pocketing. Looking for some counter picks here. So here I'm just gonna build my Kitsune Rush. There's no one to heal. I'm gonna leave now because they committed 2 people onto me. And hopefully we stabilize here. Diana's probably dead here. Okay, I saw an anti. So here I'm just gonna do my best. We're on the back foot right now, which is something you'll find yourself be doing a lot in ranked games and in your matches. So I'm not looking for anything in particular here. It's a little too dangerous to go for crazy off angles because we don't have numbers advantage, and B, we're taking act damage. Gotta keep them alive. Weaving in shots. Now it's even though, so my goal is to keep them up. But unfortunately, they just engaged. I'm gonna pull them this way and then TP out. I lied. There's a cat on me.
Time to get clever.
I'm out. Wall climb usage is pretty good. A small mechanical tip is you can do this and bounce off the wall to peek. So if they have a sniper and you just like slide out like this, sometimes they're already pre-aiming this angle, but you can just do one of these and just bounce up. Just tap the wall and then strafe to the left or right, depending on where you're peeking, and then you like show up on a little bit of a different angle.
You're all good.
Suzu doesn't free them. I don't know why I did that. I was kind of just like playing on autopilot there, but luckily he didn't die. I want to look for a Kitsune Rush here because we're in trouble, but luckily we killed 2 or 3, so I knew I can just offensively use the Suzu to top him off. And now we're stable. Now we use Kitsune Rush this fight. Okay, so now in the neutral game, this is where I talk about taking some aggressive angles. I'm going to use some natural cover here, poke them a little bit. It annoys them. It adds pressure. Not to die though. Don't do it for your life. Now this guy's going to jump to me. So he's not. He actually went for my hazard. Luckily I dodged that. Okay, here they come. Wall, 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 wall. Gonna use it here. Okay, now we also chucked our nano as well. I don't know about all of those ultimates, but the idea is like when things are looking dicey, it's okay to just use your ults. Not gonna overchase him. He is 100% dead because he's 1 HP and he's in our back line. So I'm just gonna make sure the front person doesn't die.
Like a
He staggered himself. So there's a small target priority thing there. I could have tunneled and went for him, but like we already won the fight. I saw 3 people in the kill feed and he was in our back line, and I saw someone dangerous up front, dangerously low. So healing the M-Ray that was deep in there is more important, because if he just accidentally staggers himself, the enemy gets to re-push right now 5v4 because he died late, which isn't good. So I kept him alive, and now it's a neutral fight. Unfortunately, we burned all our ultimates. We have Bob. Here, I talk about looking for angles because this hero lets you do that, because I can get myself out of danger. See that Baptiste just regen bursted. So there's an example of like, if I was a passive Kiriko, right, and I played back here the whole time, what reason would that Baptiste have to ever press regen burst? Nothing. Pressure forces a response in a lot of cases. And I didn't burn anything except my own TP out, which I didn't arguably need there at the end of it. But that's just, I guess, a good example of what that can do for you. In a perfect world, I kill him, but I still force some cooldowns there. So I don't know if it looks like I've been like focused on dealing damage so much, but I still have like moderate healing. More neutral phase right now, so I'm just gonna peek aggressively, see what I can do. I'm gonna go help our hazard here. So the Sojourn was staring at me. I see my hazard just randomly 1v1ing the cat up here. How much I can do. I'm gonna keep the hazard alive. I'm not gonna ditch him because he's gonna jump in, and then I'm gonna be here by myself holding this angle, so that's fine. Okay, he got nanoed. I was like gonna say. Looking for offense here. Someone's fighting down here. He dead? This guy's won.
Over here.
Face this guy, that's good. So my hazard got nanoed. I don't have to worry about him too much. I do this. Did I miss my Suzu? I might have overshot that. Okay, pretend I hit that Suzu. They're actually offensively pushing here. I'm gonna see if we can turn this around and get some more kills here. Force a response. Force another response, and that's okay. I think we can just chill now. Ow. I could have Suzu'd that. This is already looking kind of chalked. Oh, am I dead? Oh, the tether's gonna break. Just gonna Suzu early just to keep him alive. I need a TP out. Nope, I'm in danger. I want to talk more about why I chose to Kitsune there. So this map traditionally is if they have control of this and the payload's close, they will just funnel you into the room and you don't really have space to walk out of. I was hoping if I Kitsune there, we could take we could trade 1 or 2 kills, and then you have a much closer spawn. And because you have a much closer spawn, then they don't really have that much, it's less pressure out the door. And hopefully it forces some ults out. They obviously BAP ulted and stuff too. I would say Kitsune Rush is worth more, but you know, all good. Somebody said, best tip for Kiriko is to practice your aim on Vaxa so you can confidently take more off-angle duels. Actually, I'm gonna give a little aiming tip on Kiriko as well, especially if they're not looking for you. Luckily, Kiriko's bullets are pretty straightforward, and all you have to do on this hero is keep it, don't try to do any sort of the up and down aim. You just kind of keep it on one plane, and you use your own movement keys, and you don't really have to like micro aim that much on the hero. Looks a little robotic, but like as long as they're not looking at you and you're not in a 1v1 duel where you want to manipulate your head hitbox with like crouches and stuff, like as long as you're just, if they're like watching another side and they're kind of just walking in a straight line, you don't really have to do much. And especially if you're in the same elevation, you just keep it steady and just slightly shoot ahead of where they're moving, and use your own aim as most of the anchor of your crosshair movement. I think a lot of people kind of get choked up on aim because if they decide to strafe and then mix in their aim in between, it gets a little complicated. So what ends up happening is a lot of people just self-confuse themselves. It is important to do that if you know they're looking at you, but if they're not really focusing you or looking at you, just small movements so it doesn't manipulate your aim too much, and keeping it steady goes a long way. It's useful for everybody too. It's not just a Kiriko aim thing. So a lot of times when you see me do this, when I'm like pocketing someone and healing, and I'm playing behind a tank and I'm weaving in kunais because it's a front to back comp, I will be just doing small movements like this, and my crosshair is quite literally moving this much left and right each time because I'm just
back off.
That's it. If you ever have an opportunity to kill somebody and they're low, that should take precedent. Remember how I said it's like you know, 2 shots before you unleash 5 papers? If those 2 shots are back-to-back dinks, I mean, you just stop healing and you just go for that kill. Them being eliminated will mean you have to heal less because they're just dead. Kiriko with Ball. Remember how I was like, you can heal and pocket a tank and then shoot people in the back? Ball is not a hero you need to do that with. That's more important for someone like a Rhine, a Sig, a Ramatra, an Orisa. But Ball is going to be doing his own thing. So this actually might be the perfect example of like being aggressive with off angles. Soldier is actually self-sufficient because he can sprint away and self-heal. Junkrat, I don't. Junkrats do weird things. So like I'll help him if he needs to. But this would be a great example of like where DPS Kiriko can actually be in full effect. So I see they have, I want to look at their comp and see what I can do against this. Playing Mizuki. Their Ana and Thing are on the high ground. We want to take them off the high ground. I can't go on the angles yet because I do need to help the team a bit. Ball is starting to make space and I want to go. No, he already just died. So timing is a big thing for, I guess, flankers like Tracer. And then obviously if I'm doing some crazy things on Kiriko and taking cheeky things, cheeky angles, you need to also time your engages. He just died before any of us even got to main. Like Wrecking Ball, look, this guy doesn't know I'm here. So now I can just go for something like this. I got pinned because I have old man reaction speed. I was actually trying to TP out. Don't do what I did there. If you see the Rhine charging, ideally you don't want to burn Suzu for that. I figured I could just TP out, but like I held the shift button, but it didn't go through. I promise you I was holding. I was pre-buffering the teleport. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna actually leave for a second and just make sure these guys are topped off. When I say take these aggressive off angles, it has to be timed right. Right now, like everyone's just low before I even get there. Wrecking Ball has like so much time, or can just move so fast here. I'm gonna switch angles. I saw 3 people there, so I'm gonna get a little sneaky. I forced lamp. I'm gonna Suzu myself, get out of danger. Chilling. I'm still low. I could duel him, but he can kill me a lot easier than like I can kill him there. I just wait for the opportunity to do it again. Soldier is low. It is even.
I'm here.
Alright, we're just chilling for a bit. Somehow I already built Kitsune Rush because I was being aggressive, being a little annoying. Now we have walls. And I have Kitsune. Okay, we're on Winston. That's a lot better here. I'm gonna wait for Winston's next jump. And now we go. I'm gonna enter this because you can. Biggest counter to Mizuki's ult is to just go inside. Heal, weave, heal, weave. Heal, weave shots. Don't need a heal right now because they're my Winston's pretty healthy. So right there, do you see what I just did there? Remember how I said you can like in the Circuit Royale game, how you can tap the wall and wall climb? I did it right there to kind of trick him. He missed his Helix. I had a feeling the Helix was coming out. So I was dueling him, I did this tap. And you get a little bit of airtime like this. It's way more than just a single jump. That's a mechanical thing you can do on Kiri. You just switch your angle really fast, when especially if the guy's looking to splash something on the floor for me. Okay, so we have somebody else on card. It's a Widowmaker, and I want to take aggressive angle yet again. I can probably go to that door or shoot this door. This Echo's one. I want to kill her. Okay, she's gone. We have pressure on the door. Shoot the Mizuki. He's inside. Doom's gonna punch out. I hit him once as he came out. What is he doing? He confused me. Blocking. I'm waiting. I wall climbed and he punched and then he wasted the cooldown. Now he can't come out. Now I'm just gonna show up a little bit.
Got one here.
Do this, make them look at me. That's already good enough. I manipulated their vision. That's presence. I headshot the Echo. Okay, now I can back up and see if I can help my my teammates here. Right, it's a balance of the two. And now I'm analyzing the situation. My Winston is going up there. Baptiste is low. Soldier's looking at me. I gotta leave. I'm also trying to figure out like the best angle of attack here. So I'm trying to analyze this and commentate this as fast as I can. They're playing a pretty dynamic comp with Echo and Doom, so they're kind of going to be all over the map. I'm going to leave because I hear a visor and they have a BAP window. Disengaging is so important. It's so important if everybody does it. Widow's going to get jumped right now by Doom, so I'm trying to protect her. Okay, I saw the sticky bombs, and we're disengaging because Winston's out now.
Under my protection.
Not trying to charge his punch. He could die, he could die, he could die. I forced him to Meteor Strike. Pressure always makes diamonds sometimes, and I Suzu because I knew he was going to punch me with the Empowered Punch right away. Hopefully bait him into a bad spot. Okay, he dies for that. I have a Kitsune Rush. It is even. We're down Cat versus Doom. Am I more important than the... Is Doom more important than the Cat? I would say so. This Cat can get back pretty fast, but arguably so can Doom. This guy's going up on the high ground. Trying to get some cheeky shots on him.
What's up? Let the Kitsune guide you.
Now Winston gets those big zaps here, jumping onto them. Remember, Kiriko self-heals now thanks to the roll passive if I heal a teammate. So in that rush, I'm sitting in the bubble still, so I'm pretty safe to lean over. Now I'm going to move up left. Let somebody else push the cart. Be very aggressive. Pressure always forces mistakes. Shot like that when they're not looking. Boom.
Underestimated me, there.
Okay, I gambled on the I want the TP out, but like I killed one. The no bitch play would have just commit onto the soldier and trust your kunai aim. I didn't trust myself, but
Like a gentle rain.
okay. So I'm stuffing them in this door so they don't feel comfortable leaving here. Mizuki does come out in this door, but he's gonna probably die here. They have a Roadhog. I just Suzu'd because I thought he would actually go for the hook there. I try to wall climb, but like apparently I can't wall climb when there's this thing here. All good. He missed the hook anyways. Now we just clean up.
Let me balance you out.
Take a mini health pack. I still have my Suzu to win this duel. He's gonna helix me, but don't want to overcommit because Mizuki might chain me, so I was waiting. Now I kind of decide what to do. Winston is pressuring here. Junkrat's hiding here. I might as well just do some funky stuff. If they decide to chase me here, my Junkrat can bait them. Or I can bait them into the junk. Never mind. He hooked me. I didn't think he would peek, but he decided to help me. So we're not on ball anymore, so I do have to kind of like help the Winston wherever I can. He actually has primal now. Now I can kind of ditch him. He can do his own thing, and I can go look for my own thing here. I'll heal him for a bit to keep them interested. We do have a pick here, so let's just wait for the... Wow. The guy went. A hook.
I've got you in my sights.
Okay, that is a little scary. I'm looking at the here, and nobody's pushing cart, and we need to, unfortunately. Okay, there is somebody up there. I ain't reaching that. Keep him alive here.
No one can hide.
I'm assessing what to do. Oh, Kiriko TP'd. Ideally, we kill Kiriko here. No, their Sojourn on the high ground ended up being too strong there. I was like, could I have challenged the Sojourn? Maybe if I, like, controlled the high ground earlier, but I was already underneath this. I hear the Roadhog. I heard the hook come out. We have a Diva swap. Drunkrat's being cheeky. So I look at the last fight and I'm analyzing why did we lose that? Well, it's because they have some control of that high ground, which is pretty strong. Ow, my bad. I ended up peeking that for a brief moment. All good. My Drunkrat's actually going there to kick them out of high ground. So this is what they call staging, is like a pretty common Overwatch term where you kind of like show your presence and stage to kind of look for a right fight. I don't know the best definition of it. It's like you're slowly maneuvering and moving people out of their positions and getting yourself into a good position. I guess that's what staging is. You're not fully committing onto a fight yet, but that's the idea here. Okay, so we have full control of their high ground now, so let's just go up here. And I have my rush, so honestly, I'm just going to commit onto the rush now, because again, this wins fights. They have Kitsune, which is going to keep getting... I'm going to get blasted in that hole, so I'm just not going to go for it. Help my jetpack cat, because I saw it. The Kitsune prompted a response. Unfortunately, we lost Baby Diva. I can't kill the Roadhog by myself. I'm going to go for one of their people here. Okay, they got Suzu'd. It's already over. We had Baby Diva. I was just trying to get one and leave. Okay.
Soothing your wounds.
Roadhog burned his hook. We should actually go for the hog first.
Enemy here.
Hog cannot die. They got the Suzu forced out. Gonna look for the hook here, so I'm gonna just play Dead by Daylight around here. Dodge the hook. I see some squishies here I want to go for. All right. Ideally, we want high ground. If I wall climb here, my head hits that, which is kind of fucking annoying. They're actually all on low. They're already off it because Junkrat's taking it. Thank God.
This ends now.
A lot of ults happening right now. Big response. We could wait for one more. Make my presence known here, and then I'm just gonna go help him.
My gift to you.
Okay, force her away. 10 seconds. Wait for the hook. Diva can touch, so I'm just playing here with her.
Soldier 76 reporting for duty.
Make them feel my presence here. Watch out for disruptor shot. Unfortunately, Mizuki hooked them here. I fell down by accident. I actually didn't mean to do that, but it probably is fine because I needed to go here. My Suzu brought me to the low ground, so I couldn't even Suzu my soldier. Oh no, things are going bad here. I missed the headshot onto Mizuki there. And now we lost another educational game. But quick play might just be the hardest thing in the world, guys. This one was closer, and I felt like a lot of concepts were able to be shown there. In any case, I think that was fine. That kind of showed the power of Kiriko. Just going wherever she wants, for the most part, if the game allows you to.